November is here, and so is the end of the regular season here in this presentation of the South Atlantic Conference on the Bears Sports Network. Two of the top 4 teams in the SAC meeting tonight at the Moretz Sports Complex here in the regular season finale as the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears host their rivals, the Carson-Newman Eagles, here on a chilly, overcast Wednesday night here in Hickory. Eric Bach and Danny Nicosia, so glad you're along with us for this very important game for the Bears. Carson-Newman has already clinched hosting in the first round of the SAC tournament this upcoming Saturday. All the top 3 teams in the SAC have already clinched the right to host: Catawba, Queens, and Carson-Newman, and that 4th spot is still up for grabs, and the Bears can grab it with a win or a tie tonight. And obviously, Danny, you know, after the last couple performances, Bears are kind of limping to the finish line here at the end of conference play. Lost to Newberry, lost to Wingate on Saturday night here. But this is a perfect opportunity to right the ship in the regular season finale before postseason play starts.
Absolutely. The Bears are coming off 2 tough losses against Newberry and Wingate, like you said. But great day to bounce back, great team to bounce back against, and a great time to, clinch that 4th spot, like you said. Carson-Newman's
playing really well right now. They've won 4 in a row, haven't lost a game since October 2nd, and they're strong both offensively and defensively, so it should be a great test for both sides here tonight. Meeting for the first time since April when LR defeated Carson-Newman 1-0 in a very hard-fought game in the opening round of the SAC Conference Tournament. That was the last time they played right here in Hickory back in early April. Carson-Newman was last in action on Saturday, 1-0 over Limestone. They've pitched 3 shutouts in a row, so they haven't given up a goal.
They haven't seen Grayson Cameron now, have they?
Since October 13th. That was the last time Carson-Newman allowed an opponent to score. The Bears only 1 goal in the last 2 games, so here we go. First of 2 tonight. Both very important games for both the Bears and the Eagles here in Hickory tonight. There is Grayson Cameron, one of the seniors that was honored on Saturday night. The women's team had their senior night on Saturday against Wingate. There's one of the seniors, Stephanie Figueredo, that was honored. Men's team has their senior night tonight, coming up in the nightcap. As Kate Casey runs this ball down into the corner. Carson-Newman, a couple of games ago, scored 9 goals. They beat Coker 9-0. And I know Coker struggled this year, but to score 9 goals in a game is a pretty impressive feat, no matter who the opponent is. One of the captains, Yenta Cooper, the neon green captain sleeve on her left arm. And now Leonie Proessel, one of the major surprises this year for LR. She's got 8 goals, which is second on the team. Could use some of her scoring tonight. Here's a center in from Zuger. And a nice catch there by Lily Ebner, sophomore goalkeeper from Germany, who, as I mentioned, 3 shutouts in a row for her in this Eagle defense. Bears have won 2 straight in this series. Rhea Acton, by the way, in that 1-0 victory in the SAC tournament, had the game winner. That was in the first half, so Rhea scored 20 minutes in, and nobody found the back of the net after that. One of the Bear captains has the soccer ball in her hand, Maddie Kyle. Passes it into one of her fellow captains, Stephanie Figueredo. Anna Schuler, who gets the start tonight in place of Acton. Rhea left the Wingate game on Saturday night early on, and looks like she will not play tonight.
Rest those legs up for what's to come for sure.
But that's a boost for Carson-Newman to not have her, because Rhea leads the team in scoring with 9 goals from a defender spot.
definitely a big loss for the Bears on defense and on offense, but both Anna Schuler and Kate Casey have stepped in tremendously for Lenoir-Rhyne and have done a great job.
Schuler came in the Wingate game and played 58 minutes, which is her highest total of the season in place of Acton. There's one of the other freshmen, Vivian Becker-Peralta at center back. And her pass is too strong for Zuger. So crazy how the regular season has just seemingly flown by.
The past 2 months
game.
are like a blur.
September and October disappeared. Wasn't that long ago that we were sweating our butts off up here doing these games in early to mid-September, and now it's 48 degrees and gray.
The trees are changing to pretty colors.
They are. It is
finally
nice little ambiance here surrounding the Moretz Sports Complex. Ellie Brunis with, as you said, a dangerous ball in. She's a freshman from Sweden, leads, second on Carson-Newman with 5 goals. Carson-Newman's offensive numbers were obviously really boosted by that Coker game.
What did you say that score was again?
9-0.
That's a lot of goals.
Great analysis there.
It is. I mean, for a soccer game, that is a lot of goals and not something you see very often. So
It's a foul on the Bears out there near the sideline. And here comes the ball in. Cameron leaps and grabs it.
Save.
And now maybe a counter here for one of the fastest players on LR and Ali Zuger. Proessel was way offside. It's a good thing the ball didn't get to her because that would have been going back. And now here comes Futrell. Long shot in, off the crossbar, and in. Carson-Newman strikes first. Emily Futrell with a snipe from outside the 18, her 4th goal of the season. And just over 5 minutes in, the Eagles are on the board. Take a look at the Spangler replay.
It was a great strike. She caught Grayson Cameron just off of her line, and
even so, I'm not sure Grayson had a chance at that one.
I don't know. It's tough to say, you know. If she was half a step back, could she have kind of jumped and tipped it over, or?
The graduate student from Wilson, or Wilson, as the locals say.
Do they?
Yeah. I'll be heading there Saturday.
You sure will.
It's the American football Bears take on Barton. And now maybe a chance here for Ali Zuger, and she's onside. Pass from Proessel, and the shot! Oh, it's barely tipped. Ebner got just enough of it to send it flying over the crossbar. Good save by her, but good run there.
Ali Zuger.
And a great pass by Proessel to get it to her.
Absolutely. Almost a similar type shot that Carson-Newman just had over here, trying to catch the goalkeeper off the line. But able to get a hand on it, tip it over the net.
Pretty good. Pretty exciting first 6 minutes here. That one's taken there by Yenta Cooper. And Vivian Becker-Peralta, Amanda McFarland, one of the other seniors that just got honored the other night in the Wingate game. Kate Casey through the middle circle. Can't get her pass through to Proessel. Cooper, surrounded by white jerseys, can't get it through. Pass is intercepted by Nev Dustin, but booted back the other way. Nev just a junior. She's played a ton of soccer. Scored maybe the clutchest goal of the whole season in the spring for the Bears in the SAC final against Queens. A SAC tournament win for LR. Trying to win or tie today, get back on the hosting line. If Carson-Newman were to win, and Wingate wins at Mars Hill, which Mars Hill has yet to win a league game this season, so that seems fairly likely, then the Bulldogs and Bears will have tied for 4th in the SAC, but Wingate has the hosting head-to-head. They have the hosting advantage because of the head-to-head win here on Saturday night. This is a ball in that's knocked out of the air by Becker Peralta. Danny, Jacob Parkinson and I were talking on the broadcast the other day how important the next goal is after that first quick strike, and feels like the Bears have to have the next one.
Absolutely. If you go down 2-0 on a team like Carson-Newman, you're going to dig yourself a hole. They're traditionally very good. Went to the national championship a few years ago. Lost in overtime, I believe, and very good. And as you can see, they have a lot of height. They've got Christina Markfurt in the middle, who's towering over Nev Dustin, and Lyra Mathis in the back, as well as Gente Cooper. All look at least 6 foot tall.
Yep, they're a physically imposing team for sure.
Whereas you have the Bears, who, besides Vivian, everyone else and maybe Kate Casey, they kind of hover around that 5'3" to 5'7" range.
So the Danny range.
Yeah, I'm the low end of that, the 5'3".
There's a takedown. Speaking of physicality, Markfurt there just fell right on top of Nev Dustin and gets whistled. This is by far the coldest game of the year, too. I mean, it's not 50 degrees. Most all of the Bears games this year have been at least in the 60s, so obviously the weather's the same for everybody. Here's a ball in from Dustin. Stays in the box. Did Allie Zucker change her hair color?
Yeah, it looks a little more red than normal.
I didn't recognize her right away.
Didn't look like Maddie got the right angle on that ball. I think she was looking to send it more central to Leone, but hit more of a flat pass going out of bounds.
The Bears are a very good offensive team, and if they've had stretches this year of a bit of dry spells offensively, but it just takes one. And
it's all about taking advantage of those opportunities when they're presented. You can put 6, just like we saw in the Newberry game. We put 13, 14 shots on goal, but we don't capitalize. And then Newberry had 2-3 chances on goal and capitalized on one.
Zuger can't quite keep that one in as the touch was a bit too long. But pressure coming constantly here from the Bears as they keep most everyone up. All the defenders right at midfield.
You can see Peressel sitting right at the top of the 18.
A little bit different strategy than Saturday night. Wingate scored in the 82nd minute to take that win.
I feel like our 3 central midfielders have been a little bit quiet so far this game, and Figueredo, Dustin, and McFarland. That's a great check back there by Proessel.
There's Nev Dustin. Burst of speed.
Of course, I say that. And then
Evan O'Leary, who's been one of the other wonderful surprises this year. Lyra Mathis challenges her in the corner, but it stays with LR. But
miscommunication there between Dustin and Schuler.
And now maybe a push here for the Eagles. Ball gets into Futrell, but Dustin makes a great play. Futrell scored the goal about 10 minutes ago, not even.
Bears are looking to make the right passes, but the communication is not there.
Schuler
good tackle.
Runs to the outside, and it stays with Carson-Newman. But Anna holding their own in there. Nellie Brunis. Sydney Duncan, freshman from Athens, Tennessee. She's wearing number 18 right there in the middle. Is another shot that's in that's not close, but Duncan leads Carson-Newman in scoring with 8 goals. This is a Carson-Newman team that lost 7-0 to Catawba.
Catawba's the real deal.
Catawba is the real deal, but LR hung right with them here in a 2-0 game at the beginning of the month. It's just that 7, when I was prepping for this game and I saw 7-0, it just like
kind of took you off guard.
It was like crazy how, I mean, Catawba's a great team, but Carson-Newman just did not play well that day.
Again, all about taking advantage of those opportunities, I guess.
Catawba is as good as anyone at doing that. But I talked with Gary Higgins yesterday about how he feels his team sizes up with the rest of the league right now, and he was wanting Wingate again. He was wanting Catawba again. If they feel like they're right there with all of these teams, and obviously tonight is a good measuring stick with that.
And when we play either of those two teams, it's always going to be a battle.
Bears beat Queens, who were in second. That was a tough, hard-fought game here. And Queens and Catawba tied in their only meeting. So the league is fairly top-heavy, but those at the top are very strong, and that includes these two that are in front of us today. The same deal on the men's side. Looking forward to watching the SAC regular season champion Carson-Newman Eagles take on the LR Bear men's team on senior night for them.
And you'll be joined by head coach Jack Winter at halftime of this
will.
game, correct?
Yep, head coach Jack Winter will be on with me in about half an hour to preview that one. Looking forward to that. Here's a push by Markfurt and a pass up ahead, and the touch was too long there for Duncan as Cameron scoops it up.
That's great route running by Carson-Newman. Just finding those gaps between the LR defense and taking advantage of them and kind of breaking those lines between the defenders.
Ball stays with the Bears now on this near side. Leonie Proessel from Germany, who Gary Higgins hoped could be a part of the offense, but did not expect to be one of the focal points of the offense.
Yeah. Her and O'Leary, like you said
O'Leary
a little bit
on
earlier.
The opposite side. Proessel plays more in the middle.
I think she's that lone striker.
Here she is in the corner and offside.
Lucky. Good idea there by Steph. See if you can just quickly flick the ball on and get her running over. Here comes Nev Dustin.
She's got a run here. Gives it over to Zuger. 1-on-1. Allie had one shot that came very close to getting in earlier.
Oh,
She
great
centers
ball.
this one up, but O'Leary was a step too deep for that pass. But Zuger, right after the goal by Futrell, nearly tied the game back up. And a really nice tip save by Lily Ebner to send the ball high over the crossbar. Is the reason why this game is not tied.
Good early ball there by Carson-Newman. Maddie Kyle there to pick that one off.
Stays with the Eagles, though. And Futrell waits for her teammate, MJ Park, who had the lone goal in the Limestone game, a 1-0 win for the Eagles. MJ, a sophomore from Chattanooga. You ever been to Chattanooga?
I have not.
Great town.
The only 3 places I have been in Tennessee: Tusculum, Carson-Newman, and Lincoln Memorial.
Really?
Yep.
Never? Not even Nashville?
Nope.
Wow.
I know.
And that was with your
On
your Queens playing days,
yeah,
right?
that's the only reason I ever went there.
The Sacs' 3 favorite Tennessee children. Ball just a little bit too far there, but I like how the Bears have been aggressive offensively, and some of those balls in will find the right feet.
Absolutely. Not for lack of good play. Like, we just haven't had an opportunity to put one on net, really.
And Carson-Newman had a lucky bounce maybe off the crossbar.
Yeah.
But still, it was a beautiful shot from Futrell as the ball bounced off the crossbar and then into the goal.
It's a great overlapping run by Kyle, leaving that room in the middle for Zuger to take there.
Zuger gives it back to Kyle. See if she can center it. She cannot, but a corner as the ball is off of MJ Park. First one of the game coming up for the Bears. This is maybe where they'll misreact in the most, because she normally is the corner kick specialist for LRs. Kara Gavigan will come in for McFarland, so even more speed on the field now offensively for the Bears.
For Lenoir-Rhyne, number 29, Kara Gavigan, exiting number 16, Amanda McFarland.
Kara from La Crosse, Wisconsin.
I'm interested to see who they push in the middle for McFarland. Is it O'Leary, and then they push Gavigan outside where she can use her speed?
Figueredo takes the corner. She sometimes does. Proessel gets her head on it, but it goes the wrong direction. O'Leary sends it in. This is a good ball, and it narrowly misses but stays in. There's a eagle down in front of the net, and they can't get it out just yet, and now they do.
Beautiful ball back in by Steph. Just no one there to get on the other end of it.
And a handball on Carson-Newman's Christina Markfurt there. Right in front of the Bayer bench. Gary Higgins in his 7th season leading this Bayer team. 2-time SAC Coach of the Year, 2 NCAA tournaments, the SAC Tournament Championship in the spring. Another ball in from Dustin. Bounced around. Ebner there. It's right in front. It's loose, but it's kept out. Mathis kept it out.
Looks like
and
it's
is
stopping the clock. I think it's going to be a penalty
This is
kick.
a penalty kick coming for LR as Ebner was right in the middle of it, and down went Kate Casey, one of the defenders who's in there. Just a matter of time before the Bears got an opportunity like that. And a foul on Carson-Newman.
Interested to see who's going to take this.
Yeah, this
since
is
Rhea's
Acton.
out.
This is Acton territory. She is yet to miss a penalty kick this season, and in her career she's perfect. So, but obviously not playing tonight. So it looks like Proessel will be the one. Here she goes. She goes to the right side, and we're tied. Ebner guessed left. Leone went right. And we're all knotted up at 1 here with just under 24 to go before halftime. But the Bears really earned that goal offensively as a team.
Absolutely. Like we just said, they've been working for that goal, and it was going to come.
The chances were too good to not have one get into the back of the net, and they get the benefit of the whistle. And we talked about the next goal. And we talked about the importance of the next goal, and the Bears got it.
Yeah, that's a huge goal with 23 minutes left in the first half. Still lots of time for either team to score, but really, really great bounce back for the Bears to get on the board and put this one back at 0-0.
Proessel now tied with Acton and O'Leary for the team leading goals with 9, but what about the trust in the freshman by Gary Higgins? I mean, there are a lot more experienced players out there that he could have chosen to take that penalty kick, but he chose Proessel, and she rewarded that trust, and now here she is again. The edge of the 18, lots of room for Figueredo, centers it up. Gavigan runs, but the pass was a tad too deep. But Bears getting what they want right now offensively.
Would have liked to see Proessel maybe give that one up to Fig a little bit sooner. Steph might have been able to rip a shot from the corner of the box, but still another dangerous look for the Bears. You can kind of see the wind back in their sail after giving up that early goal.
Goal by Emily Futrell just about 6 minutes into the game. Opened the scoring for Carson-Newman. Then Proessel gets the PK. And now Gavigan intercepts. She gets taken down in a whistle, but outside the box.
Oh, and he's giving a play on.
He says play on. It looked like he was going for his whistle.
Yeah.
That
could have been very dangerous for Kara Gavigan to get into the box ahead of her.
I thought that Carson-Newman was kind of conceding the foul there to prevent Gavigan from getting into the box, but the referee did not agree.
She kind of, Lyra Mathis, she kind of hesitated a little bit.
She grabbed her.
And
now a chance for Carson-Newman, but slipping and falling there on the outside was Addie Henry. And she couldn't get anything on the pass, and Becker Peralta boots it out of bounds and a throw-in for the Eagles with 21.5 to go here in this opening half. Game one of our doubleheader tonight. The men's game coming up 30 minutes after we're done here in game one.
You know, there's a freeze warning for tonight.
Oh, good. This is why I thought when I came here from Michigan I wouldn't have to worry about weather like this until December, but here we are on November 3rd. Allie Zuger working that opposite side now that Gavigan's in the game on the edge of the box. That's the right play there, though, for LR.
Yeah.
Just got to pepper Ebner with shots, and that's how they got that first goal.
Oh, that was a great look by Allie. Gary Higgins has to be happy with that one. Just great. Picked her head up and saw that goalkeeper was off her line and took a shot.
Bears have won 4 out of 5 in this series. As I mentioned, they won the last 2. Lost the matchup in 2018, but won in both 17 and 16.
I'm pretty sure 18 was the year that they went to the national championship.
I believe it was 17, but probably a lot of the same players.
I feel like it was 18. I honestly...
We'll get our research department on it. It's a takedown and a foul.
She'll get that one this time.
They do get it this time.
With the encouragement from the LR men's team over here.
It's great that whenever the other is playing, teams are very much in support. The women do the same thing for the men.
Yeah, nice family over here between our teams.
You have Dustin. He's been effective in this role so far today, but this one just floats in, and it's in the back of the net. Ebner dropped it. LR in front.
I thought they were going to call that one
as
goalkeeper interfering with the goalkeeper. Let's take another look at this on our Spangler replay.
Kara Gavigan gets the goal.
Beautiful ball in by Nev, right where you want it. Goalkeeper drops it, and
Yeah, she just dropped it.
yeah, Gavigan there to clean it up.
Kara gets her first goal of 2021.
I can't believe that's her first goal.
It was 2017.
It was?
Carson-Newman. Eric 1, Danny 0.
Okay.
Bears 2, Carson-Newman 1. That's the one that matters more.
It definitely, we're on the same side for that
Yeah.
one.
Kara Gavigan, who scored both goals in the overtime win in the SAC tournament for the Bears.
That's why I'm so surprised
Yeah,
that
she's
a little bit more quiet. I don't think.
She's finally broken through in a big spot here, though. The go-ahead goal in a game that the Bears have to win.
She comes in at the most clutch moments, I will say that.
She didn't start. She was a sub. So, vintage Gary Higgins there. Somebody sending somebody in off the bench, and they score in a big game.
Definitely can't take your foot off the gas here, though. Carson-Newman is a team that's not going to...
That was a handball on Carson-Newman, and they caught it. Sorry, Danny.
No, you're good. Carson-Newman, definitely not a team you want to take your foot off the gas for. They're going to keep battling until that final whistle, so they're not out of this game yet.
Elena Probst was the one that was the guilty party on the handball. Gavigan again, and Ebner holds on to this one. But after not giving up any goals in the last 3 games, Carson-Newman gives up 2 in the first 30 minutes here in Hickory. I'm just going to mention all my predictions, but what did I say? The floodgates open once you get 1.
It's fair.
Like the Tony Romo of women's soccer here.
Good thing we're outside. Your head might get too big for the stadium here.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're not in the gym. Evan O'Leary now. She had such a spurt where she scored in 4 straight games. A little bit quieter of late. Gavigan again. This ball gets into Pro Essel, and then back to Gavigan. Battered back and forth.
Oh, great shield by Zuger there. Able to hold off Fields and just let that ball bounce right over her.
Now a ball deep in for Brunis, but run down by Kate Casey. And Gavigan runs Probst off that one. Pecker Peralta, she's so physical.
Bullied her way through that one.
She's just a battering ram when she's going through.
But so quiet and soft-spoken.
She's just a battering ram on the field.
Yeah.
You can hardly get her to say 3 words off of it.
I had to do a video with her, and
Oh, boy.
we worked through it, though. She was great.
She's got a very kind
Yes.
face,
Yes,
kind smile.
absolutely.
But when she gets between the lines, she is not kind. Zuger gets whistled there as she
Not happy about that one.
took down MJ Park. As we're about 30 minutes in here and already 3 goals. This is easily the highest scoring game the Bears have been in a while. Kyle, not a good bounce, and she's able to clear. As Cameron was bearing down, and so is Futrell, who has the Carson-Newman goal. There's a shot that's blocked by Casey, and another one in that's wide, but a corner as Cameron tipped it. Not sure if she should have just let that one go, but it was probably too close to call there on the right post.
Yeah, not one you want to just stand there for and hope for
Watch
the best.
it go by
yeah.
you. So Futrell Futrell, will take it. First corner of the game for Carson-Newman. Start their set piece with a bunch of bodies at the top of the box, and now the ball in. Becker Peralta heads it as Cameron was probably going to catch it.
Yeah, or at least punch it away.
Carson-Newman keeps possession in their offensive zone. There's another deflected shot, but this time Cameron grabs it.
Like I said, Carson-Newman's not going to take off their pressure.
Nope.
They want another goal. They want 2 more goals. They need to win this game just as badly as Lenoir-Rhyne does.
Helps their seeding, because with a win, the Bears would jump Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman has secured at least the 4 seed, so they will host on Saturday no matter what happens here. But the Eagles are 7-2-1, so they're 1 point ahead of LR in the standings, so a win for the Bears would jump LR into 3rd. There's a big difference between playing the 6 seed and the 5 seed. With the top heaviness of the SAC. So this game is basically for the 3 seed. And now here's maybe a run for Addie Henry. She gets past Schuler. Henry into the box on goal as she gets cut off. Probably needed to pull the trigger sooner. And a missed opportunity there for Carson-Newman. But good job by Anna Schuler to run back and circle in front of her.
Absolutely.
And now maybe a counter for Zuger, but MJ Park just as fast as Allie, the 2 number 23s.
I think
flying.
They moved Park onto the far side of the field when Zuger moved over there. She was on this side to start the game.
She was, and so was Allie.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit of a shadow. And that ball's too long, and a goal kick for the Bears. Carson-Newman's head coach is Simon Duffy in his 5th season. Obviously a ton of success. That 2017 team, when they went to the national championship, was his first year. Heartbreaker that was for the Eagles. But a season to remember for sure.
You know what? It was 2017. Like, I know we know that as a fact, but now that I'm thinking back, it was because that was my final year, and that was his first year.
Yeah. You tried to have a little revisionist history there, but we weren't having it.
I'll blame it on the concussions.
Notice she said concussions, plural. I am a multiple concussion guy myself, so
they are not fun.
We're just a couple of damaged goods here.
I guess so. It's all right.
My concussions were in the other form of football. There's Park. She is so quick out there.
As is Zuger, though, able to run her down and stop.
Park scored the game winner last time out for the Eagles. Big win over Limestone. That's either Limestone or Lincoln Memorial is who LR would most likely match up with on Saturday here with a win over Carson-Newman. If they lose, then it's likely a trip to Wingate because the Bulldogs play Mars Hill tonight, who is winless on the year in SAC play. There's another ball in from Zuger. Gavigan just cannot quite reach it. Seems to be so much more flow and space offensively for the Bears here, the first 35 tonight.
Definitely. The middle of the field's opened up a little bit. I'd like to see our center mids, check off those defenders a little bit more. Kyle had to dribble all the way almost to the opposite side of the field to get any type of pass, but lots of space for us to move.
A couple of subs for Carson-Newman. Brunis comes back in along with Savannah Fields. Savannah, sophomore from Johnson City, Tennessee.
Good step.
Yep. Stole the words out of my mouth. O'Leary gets it to Gavigan, and maybe some numbers now for the Bears on the near sideline. Kara runs. The touch was a touch too far, and Cooper gets fouled by Gavigan. Carson-Newman free kick coming up. O'Leary takes that one. Working on this near side now.
Oh, great chop there.
Centers up. Figueredo too tall. And a tip and a corner, they say. So that's why it was too tall. I wondered.
Yeah.
The referee,
looks like she got a good strike on it, so.
Referee right on top of it. And now it's Scarlett Kelly time for the Bears. She comes in for Proessel. Scored the first goal tonight on a PK. Second goal by Kara Gavigan. On a mad scramble that Ebner dropped the ball in front of the net. Figueredo will take this corner on the far side. All in.
Ooh.
Popped out by, I don't know if it was ahead of a defender or Ebner.
Yeah.
And now it's in again. Becker Peralta there. Open net. Casey fights. Kelly fights. They're still open.
Ebner on the ground as well.
O'Leary's shot gets blocked by her own teammate. And Gavigan has her second. A mad hockey scramble there ends in a goal for the Bears, and they've got 3 in the first half. Wow.
Yeah, wow's a good word for that. That ball was all over the box.
Ebner there. Kelly's on the ground. Becker Peralta had a chance. O'Leary, Kelly blocked her own teammate's shot, and then it ended up going right to Gavigan. O'Leary's probably would have gone in if not for Scarlett Kelly.
I know.
But it took a favorable bounce off of the foot of Kelly to the foot of Gavigan. But rebound control an issue here for Ebner and the Carson-Newman defense in the first half. It felt like overtime of a hockey game there when somebody's trying to win the game.
Yeah.
Great touch by Gavigan off the head. What a boost she has been. 2 goals, first 2 of the season. What a time for that.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, she steps up in the right times.
She's a gamer. Becker Peralta blocks that one. Ball might be too far for Abby Zander, who did not start the game but is in, and it is too far. Zander, sophomore from Bainbury, Tennessee, has a couple of goals this year for LR, or for Carson-Newman, rather. Jessica Carmichael comes into the game for the Bears.
Entering for Carson-Newman, number 2, Kate Zander. Exiting number 14, Elena Probst.
Probst comes off, and Kate Zander comes on, another Bainbury, Tennessee native. So the 2 Zander sisters, Kate and Abby. Kate's older. She's a grad student. Abby's a sophomore. Physical play there by Casey, and they play on. But Jacob Parkinson said something the other night that I hadn't heard before, that a 2-goal lead in soccer is the least safe lead there is.
I agree with that.
Because a little bit more defensive urgency with a 1-goal lead. And with a 2-goal lead, everything turns a little sloppier, so
Right.
Bears have to avoid becoming part of that stereotype. Anna Schuler, who's played great in filling in for Rhea Acton. Gets the ball to Carmichael fresh off the bench. Now Maddie Kyle with a lot of space. senior captain, chips this one
Beautiful.
in. Kelly there, but the header's a little wide. More than a little.
Right back out to Kyle.
Another one in, still in the box. O'Leary's shot is blocked, and a foul on LR gives the ball back to Carson-Newman. Well, after scoring one goal combined in 2 consecutive losses, I would say the Bears have found their footing offensively here in the first half.
No doubt about it.
And now a late whistle on the Eagles there as O'Leary went down. Just over 4 minutes to go before halftime. Just a reminder, we'll have Jack Winter on at halftime. Head men's soccer coach here at LR to preview tonight's men's game, senior night. 6 seniors will be honored after the game. Bears men's team does their ceremony after, including Victor Cascone, who the rest of the SAC will be happy to see go.
I'm sure they'll be happy to see quite a few of our seniors go. They've held it down. Oh.
Tripping and falling there was Brutus. Just kind of cut off her inside foot there. The field is in good condition. I was walking on it before the game, and for November and all the usage it's had every single day with either practice or a game, it is in great shape. Haven't had too much rain. That has helped. Savannah Fields fires a shot, not close. And another sub coming in, Karina Woost.
Injury for Carson-Newman, number 11, Karina Wust, exiting number 13.
She's from Germany. Sophomore forward. So goal kick for Grayson Cameron. Bears have peppered 11 shots here in the first half, including 7 on goal. It was more than they had the entire game against Wingate. And now a foul on Nev Dustin there. Or pardon me, that was on Schuler. On the younger Xander, Abby. And Cooper will take it. Big center back. Trying to plead with the referee that the Bear wall is too close there, but now they back up, and they were too close.
Not going to get 10 if you don't ask.
Speaking from experience there's a ball in. It was a good one off the foot of Cooper, and still not out of danger zone yet for the Bears.
It's like Peralta's shot.
Wanted a handball, didn't get it, and there's
I think she was able
goal
to get
kick.
it. Yeah, she.
Wow, Cooper is right in the face of the referee saying that was a handball. It was close, but the referee was right on top of it. Feels like it would be impossible for him to miss that if he was right there.
Lucky for the Bears, whether it
would
was
have been
or
in the
not.
box.
Yeah.
So
that would have resulted
been
in a PK.
PK coming for Carson-Newman had it been called. Cameron's goal kick comes here to the near side as we're at 1 minute to go in the first half. Bears just have to try to keep Carson-Newman off the board here before halftime, because I'm sure Gary Higgins would be thrilled to take a 2-goal lead into the intermission. That one blocked by Carmichael, but nobody there to take Gavigan's pass other than Ebner.
Kelly's still down.
She
Looks like
ran
she got stepped
onto the
on
ball
the head.
as trainer is coming out now. It was just a physical play. Her and the Carson-Newman defender locked feet on the ball. And I think Scarlett might have gotten a little worse for wear there.
And you never want to mess around with the head, as
Nope.
we were just talking about concussions.
Scarlett's up. She seems to be okay. Walking a little gingerly off. And we'll see who comes back in for her.
Is that Emerson Talley?
It is. Wow, good eyes.
Thank you.
You don't even have your glasses on.
I know. I think they're going to move Fig up front, and
Yep.
they'll drop Emerson back.
30.
I'm surprised. I don't think I actually saw her number. I think I just know them by now.
I was going to say, if I know your eyesight, you definitely did not see her number.
No. Honestly, I thought it was 25. Then I looked at my paper here, and I was like, wait, no, that's Maddie Kyle.
Clock is running. We're at 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Carmichael gets it away. MJ Park, the speedster on the far side, wins the throw-in for Carson-Newman, but that is probably it here for the first half as the clock runs out. What a first half it was. 4 combined goals. Carson-Newman scored first. Bears scored 3 unanswered, including the last 2 by Kara Gavigan to hold on to a 2-goal halftime lead here in the regular season finale. A must-have for the Bears to host, and it's off to a great start. We'll take a short break and come back with Jack Winter, LR men's soccer head coach, to talk about the men's game coming up next on the Bears Sports Network.
This once-in-a-generation project will give student-athletes an advantage and position Lenoir-Rhyne as a leader in academics and athletics.
Back here on the Bears Sports Network, halftime of the LR women's game versus Carson-Newman, a 3-1 lead for the Bears. Happy to be joined now by head men's soccer coach Jack Winter. Big one coming up next here on the Bears Sports Network for his Bears with Carson-Newman. And Coach, regular season finale is here. You guys are playing the best you've played the whole season, into the regional rankings, moving up the regional rankings, back into the top 25. So what's the key tonight for you guys to keep it rolling against the SAC regular season champion Carson-Newman and then into the conference tournament?
Yeah, it sounds easy in theory, but it's just down to consistency. I think we've hit a bit of form and momentum, and it's been down to our consistency in our defensive responsibilities from back to front, and we're starting to see the impact and effect that has on the results. Just those small margins for error, those little individual mistakes that we've been able to decrease over time has gotten us into a good place. Also, the fact that we've got a lot of our important contributing players back from injury has also made a big impact too.
That was going to be my next point. The health has improved too. You got your goalkeeper back in Juan Basabe. You got Carlos Monteleo Lobo back. I mean, Victor and Danny are playing as well as they have. But tonight, Carson-Newman comes in. They've lost one league game the whole year. They're playing great. What has worked for them throughout this season that led them to the SAC championship?
They're a very complete team from back to front. They're very well balanced. They've obviously got their number 10, who's been an incredible this year, scoring a lot of goals for them. Really dynamic attacking player. But yeah, they've got depth. They've got good quality in all positions. They're just a very strong team. So that's what it takes to win a SAC championship. It takes that level of consistency in every game, home and away, regardless of who you play. And that's what we've been missing in a few games this year. And that's why we're in the position we are. Otherwise, I think we would have been up there competing with them.
You guys still will, with a win and even maybe without a win, will be able to host in the first round of the SAC tournament on Saturday. Though still a top 4 season, still a really good season. But tonight, for you guys to beat Carson-Newman, what is the biggest key tonight, do you think?
Stopping their attack. I think if we can stop their front 4 by decreasing the space in which they receive the ball, we should be in a good position. I think that's their main threat. They're fairly direct. They go from back to front quite quickly. They've got some great players in transition. If we can keep them under wraps, then we know that our attacking players can create opportunities. So we have to trust ourselves on both sides of the ball, but we're going to have to work very, very hard to get a result tonight.
2 of the top 4 teams in the SAC and 2 of the best teams in the region are about to do battle on this field in just about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So we're looking forward to it. Coach, thanks for the time and good luck.
Thank you.
This once-in-a-generation project will give student athletes an advantage and position Lenoir-Rhyne as a leader in academics and athletics.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain. Don't make your health wait. See your doctor. Your health means everything.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Doesn't matter who you are, Everett has you covered. Proud sponsor of the LR Bears.
If you play hard, if you use your feet to chase fitness goals, if you stand all day at work, introducing True Energy Infrared Technology Socks. These may be the best socks you ever wear. Our yarn is infused with infrared nanoparticles. Your body's natural heat ignites these tiny particles, producing infrared energy that improves circulation and stimulates cellular recovery. It's not magic, it's rocket science. The perfect sock for your active life, for fitness, performance, recovery. Proven innovation to ignite your true energy.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Celebrate great with Carolina West Wireless. Great new phones and a great customer experience, all on our great nationwide high-speed network. Stop by today and get big savings on select Samsung smartphones, like $350 off the Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, and $350 off the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. The great savings continue with 4 lines of unlimited data for just $35 a month per line. Celebrate great savings and go stay connected wherever your travels take you.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back to the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing. What a first half it was for both teams, but especially the Bears. 3 first-half goals for LR, including the last 2 by Kara Gavigan. Gives the Bears a 2-goal halftime lead here, trying to clinch a home game in the SAC tournament coming up this Saturday. Quick chance for Carson-Newman here, and it just goes wide. Man, oh man. Addie Henry just narrowly missed the post there as Cameron got beat to the ball coming out of her net, but Bears lucky to still be up 2 after that.
Talk about making my blood pressure go up.
Henry nearly made this a 1-goal game, less than a minute into the second half. Scarlett Kelly still at the point of the Bear offensive attack. She's back in after she had to go off late in the first half as that ball almost took out our PA announcer Sam and our beloved statistician Jason Stubbe. Jason's all bundled up over there. He was not happy about the weather.
Jason wears pants and a long sleeve when it's 90 degrees outside.
I know.
I don't know that I've ever seen his arms and legs. I'm not even kidding.
Today is not a Jason Stubbe day.
No.
He's over there in his parka and stocking hat. And that ball hit the referee, I think, so they just drop it.
Drop it and go. Just kind of pause the play.
Got to be hard to get out of the way sometimes if you're the referee.
Oh, yep.
That one off of Dustin's back. Already one good chance in the second half for Carson-Newman by that woman right there, Addie Henry. That shot gets blocked off the foot of Futrell, who scored the one Carson-Newman goal early in the game.
They move the ball very well in that tight space.
MJ Park gives some pressure there. And Casey gets it out for now, but oh man, big takedown there by Cooper. Those are maybe the 2 most physical players on the field right there, Cooper and Kelly.
Took the words out of my mouth. I can see this becoming a battle between the 2.
Kelly's got a little bit more size than Proessel. She matches up a little bit better with Cooper.
Great ball. Oh, she's offsides.
Zuger a step too far. Casey being chased from behind there by Brunis. A good touch there by Anna Schuler to keep that down. Schuler has been great in, obviously, Rhea Acton not playing today.
Oh, Schuler's done a great job stepping in.
Maybe the Bears' best player, Rhea Acton. The fact that they were able to get 3 first-half goals without the silent assassin, as Rhea is known, says a lot about the play of the supporting cast. Gavigan, who didn't start the game with the last 2 goals. There's a center that's turned away by Figueiredo. But it'll still stay with Carson-Newman. This ball's in the box off a couple of Bears. Now Carmichael getting more playing time. Didn't see her the other night against Wingate.
Bears bench is deep.
Both women's and men's.
And the talent level doesn't drop off either.
Good step through there by Dustin. But a chance here for Carson-Newman, and the shot goes wide off the foot of Futrell. she lost her footing. It's just
You
a
can
couple
see
of times in crucial moments tonight, Carson-Newman players have slipped and fallen. Cameron and the...
Brynus was asking for...
a corner?
Mm-hmm.
And now they stop the clock. As
I think
Simon Duffy is like, what is going on here? And
I think Grayson thought she was off sides, maybe? Or, I'm not quite sure, but...
I can't...
She was walking the ball up like...
Like she was about to drop kick it.
Or at least place it there, and... I don't know. I'm confused.
That is a puzzling situation right there.
Mm-hmm.
And now the referee's going over to talk with the far line judge over there. I don't know. And I think he's going to put some time on the clock. They add a bunch of time. Goes from 39:46 to 40:11 on the clock. So about 30 seconds back there for Carson-Newman. Casey boots that one away. Nice feed there for Carson-Newman, but Becker-Peralta pops the centering pass up in the air, and Schuler heads it out. Scarlett Kelly.
Ooh.
Almost a great pass, and it ends up still in possession of Allie Zuger.
That's a beautiful ball.
Carmichael tries to run it down, but Kate Zander beats her to it. A good sequence there from both Kelly and Zuger. Well, our baseball team down kitty corner from us playing their Fall World Series. Team Zay versus Team Riz. Game 5 is tonight, I believe. The actual World Series just ended last night. Huge win for the Braves. America's team. We were all united, I think, in cheering against the Houston Astros.
Absolutely.
Outside of Texas, at least. Great slide tackle there from Becker-Peralta to get the ball back for the Bears. Schuler ahead to Kelly. She's asking for help. See if she can run it down. She cannot. The ball goes back to the Eagles.
Not sure that's the ball you want to play to Kelly. She's more of a play the ball to my feet and let me play with it there than let me run onto the ball type player.
Ball back to the Bears right in front of the Carson-Newman bench. It's a long day of travel for Carson-Newman to do it in one day.
Oh, great little nudge ahead.
Carmichael with some room, gives it off to Zuger. Thought she might shoot it right off the touch, but
Yeah.
didn't. Figueredo might. Now it gets deflected.
Should have taken that one time.
Well, it's two-player game there with Carmichael and Kelly. A good defensive play there by Carson-Newman's Mathis to poke that one away. Those two defenders, Mathis and Cooper, are both so physical. for Carson-Newman, but KC gets it ahead to O'Leary. Over to Kelly, who spins around in the box. Scarlett gets taken down, but no whistle.
Great take by Kate Casey. Took advantage of the space in front of her and just kept going. Laid it off to Kelly for what could have been another great LR goal.
And a foul there on Mathis on the far side. Lyra, graduate student from Knoxville.
I haven't been there either.
Well, we've been over where you've been in Tennessee. It's not, what, Harrogate?
Harrogate, Tennessee.
That's where Lincoln Memorial is.
Mm-hmm.
Carson-Newman's in Jefferson City. Here's a ball in. Tusculum's in Greenville. Greenville with an extra E. SAC is expanding next year. Erskine and Emery and Henry coming in full time.
Virginia.
Barton coming in in football. There's a good ball in for Eddie Henry, chasing it into the corner. Yeah, the SAC is going to have a large 4-state footprint once Erskine and Emery and Henry officially join starting next school year. 3 schools in Tennessee, a bunch of schools in North Carolina, a couple in South, and 3 in Virginia, with UVA-Wise already being there as they play on. But Zuger wins it back. Allie's been dynamic offensively tonight. Takes a long shot that gets deflected there by Cooper, and Yenti takes it back. Carson-Newman men have arrived. Bus pulls into Moret Sports Complex, and now Zuger again. Didn't pull the trigger last time, still holds back. Gives it off to O'Leary with some room. Evans' centering pass gets deflected and grabbed there by Ebner. Carson-Newman had 3 straight shutouts before this game and gave up 3 goals in the first half. Bears had only scored 1 goal in their last 2. So, just what we all expected to happen.
That was fancy by Nev Dustin. Little pull back V, pull it right past the defender, keep going.
Ball is too high off the foot of Carmichael. Thanks for joining us tonight on a chilly Wednesday night from Hickory on the Bears Sports Network, presented by our good friends at MBA Roofing. The ball's back into Scarlett Kelly. She spins around, makes one defender miss, and the shot goes wild. And a goal kick coming for Carson-Newman, but it's a good initial move there from Scarlett, but I think she lost her footing just a little too soon to get the shot she wanted if you take a look at the Spangler replay.
Put it right on her.
Exiting number 24, Jessica Carmichael.
On her butt.
All the replays on the Bears Sports Network presented by Spangler Restoration. Kara Gavigan back in now. She didn't start the second half after scoring the final 2 goals of the first half. She comes in for Carmichael. Allie Zuger's won about every ball she's been on tonight. Back to LR. Smart move there by Schuler to let it go. What a throw from Schuler. Can O'Leary run it down? I think it's a corner kick, though, off of Mathis, and it is.
If O'Leary was able to catch up to that, that could have been...
She had all types of room.
Oh, yeah.
She was head and shoulders past all the Eagles. But I don't think she gave it quite the effort she would have if it hadn't been off Carson-Newman. So Figueredo, who's taken all of the corners tonight for LR. This is their fourth. Here it comes. Spins in, and a good punch there by Ebner to get it out. Ebner struggled with action very close to her tonight. Both the second and third Bear goals off of scrambles and rebounds that Kara Gavigan buried both. So we have 31 minutes to go in regular time. But Ebner had struggled, as I said, but that was a good play there. And I'm not sure what happened there. Figueredo was about to throw it in. Now she's free kicking it.
Interesting.
Here it comes in. Casey on the header. There's a body down in front. It's probably Scarlett Kelly. It is. Nav Dustin still has possession for the Bears. Carson-Newman defense plays so far up, it's so hard to not be offside. I've seen a couple times the Bears have fallen into that trap tonight. This ball is deep, and Cameron comes out of her box to send it back over to Schuler. She's got such a good feel for those types of plays, because if she lets that ball get too deep, it could be trouble. Casey.
That was nice.
Juked out her defender, and now Dustin, a lot of room, but a long touch. Sends it back the other way. Tough one there for Schuler to corral, as it was spinning in the air when it got to her. It's turned into a pretty pleasant night. I was cold earlier, but I'm better now.
I'm cold.
Okay. You've lived in North Carolina longer than me.
My blood's thinned.
Couple of subs for Carson-Newman. Abby Zander comes back in.
I think it's just my hands and my feet.
Just your hands and feet. That's it.
Well, that's where you lose a lot of your body heat, so it's good to keep them warm.
Thank you for that anatomy lesson.
Anytime.
A little physiology with Danny.
Science was never my favorite subject anyway.
I was always taught you lose the most heat out of the top of your head.
Well, yeah, I'm in your feet. I guess not your hands, but your feet and your head.
Good to know.
But my hands are still cold.
Yeah, my hands are a little cold. And my feet. But other than that, I'm good. Carson-Newman in possession. 28 even to go. A win for the Bears locks them into the 3 seed. And a home game on Saturday. Carson-Newman already hosting, no matter what. So the earliest these two could meet are the semifinals of the SAC tournament. There's a foul that time on Heiniger, freshman from Switzerland. Casey takes the free kick. It's a great one, as Park can't find it, but then bicycles it back, but O'Leary takes it.
Good step.
Becker Peralta gives it back to Cameron. Lots of pressure coming that time from Woost. Karina with a big-time run right to the goal. And now here's another big-time run with Maddie Kyle. Gives it off to Gavigan in the far corner. And a corner coming up. Kicks it off of Cooper there. Couple of subs coming in for the Bears. Looks like Proessel's coming back in. They'll be in the next Bear throw-in.
Looks like Mac is... Maybe Mac standing
I think it
next to
is.
her? Yeah, the headband.
Mac, Amanda McFarland. Figueredo sends the ball in, and Ebner grabs it right in the middle of 3 white jerseys.
Well done by Ebner there to hold on to that ball with all those bodies around her.
Lily's a sophomore, also from Germany. Anna Schuler playing in place of Rhea Acton. The ball is too far from Maddie Kyle. So McFarland and Proessel come in for Dustin and Kelly. So the Bears on the field right now. Proessel, Zuger, O'Leary, Gavigan, McFarland, Figueredo, Schuler, Casey, Becker Peralta, and Maddie Kyle in front of Grayson Cameron. You got the sniffles there, Danny?
Yeah, I'm so cold that my nose is just running. I apologize.
Let's just blast it into my ears.
Sorry.
Love it.
I'm trying to mute myself when I have to sniffle, but it's so often that I just would never be on.
Becker Peralta turns it over in the middle of a sea of blue, but Carson-Newman gives it right back. Henry's pass doesn't come close to getting where she wanted it to go. The throw goes back to LR. Under 24 to go. We've played over 20 minutes here in the second half. We're scoreless in this second half. All 4 goals you see on the scoreboard came in the first half. First one by Carson-Newman, then 3 unanswered by Lenoir-Rhyne. Zuger gets that one off the spin in the foot of Heiniger. She spins to the side and shoots it with her left foot. That was on goal. That's headed to the back of the net if Ebner doesn't grab it.
That was a great strike by Allie Zuger.
She has been awesome tonight.
Yeah, she's so quick with the ball. She keeps it nice and tight, and just her chopping of the ball back and forth is unlike anything I've seen.
Grayson Cameron from right here in H-Town, Hickory, North Carolina. Started her career at NC State, ends up back home. Playing in her hometown. She had a bunch of family here on Saturday night for senior night. McFarland whistled. Park wins that one. Looked like a lot of bumping both ways, but
yeah,
Carson-Newman gets the whistle there. Park with that KT tape running all the way up and down her right leg. It's that point in the season where I think everyone's got a little nick or a bruise. Definitely. There's a long shot that doesn't have a chance off the foot of Woost. And another sub coming in for the Eagles.
Entering for Carson-Newman, number 8, Marta Dezinger.
Marta Dezinger, sophomore from Barcelona, coming in. But Simon Duffy, we talked about the Bears' depth. I mean, Duffy really trusts a lot of these bench players here in an important seeding game for Carson-Newman.
Yeah.
It's not quite like the men's game for Carson-Newman, where maybe the Eagles on the men's side have a little bit less to play for because they've locked in the 1 seed in the SAC tournament. Obviously, with the regional rankings coming out and, teams really needing wins at this juncture in the season to boost their resume, they're going to be playing hard, of course. But the Carson-Newman women have a little bit more seeding to play for tonight than the men do.
Yeah.
That one off of Schuler, they say. I agreed with that.
I agreed as well, but I didn't agree with the...
That ball went up high, and it is a handball there on
This is going to get chippy.
Oh, you can
Already
just feel it. You
Yep.
can feel just the temperature in the room, figuratively, not literally, rising.
I was going to say. I wish it would get a little bit warmer.
You're wearing the coat that I normally wear.
I am. Sorry that you can't wear it. I thought I had another one I would have shared, but I left it at home.
Home with Alvin.
Home with Alvin. High in the closet.
He's a lot warmer than we are.
Yes.
Allie Zuger. Ooh, looked like a handball again, but no whistle. Stays in on the foot of O'Leary.
Oh, great ball.
Proessel, fresh off the bench. Fights. And Carson-Newman wins.
For those who don't know, Alvin is my cat.
Her antisocial cat.
He's social when Eric's not over.
He was social the
He
other
was
night.
social last night.
That was last night. Gosh, all the days are running together.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Carson-Newman. Alvin is Danny's famous cat.
Everybody knows Alvin. Well, they know that I have him, but not many people have actually had the pleasure of meeting him.
Well, that's his doing, not ours.
This is true.
19 minutes. The second half has really flown by. A little bit more flow in this second half than we had in the first when people were scoring every other minute.
I'm feeling some pop from Carson-Newman,
Yep,
though. I think
they're not done yet.
No, definitely not, especially with all this space.
There is a lot of space. Not a good touch there, but it stays in with the Eagles. Zuger comes from behind and gets it over to Schuler. But a chance there for Savannah Fields. I'm not sure she knew Zuger was coming from behind her.
But Markford had so much space right at the top of the box. Honestly, probably had enough space to rip one, but...
Oh, Casey and Cameron almost had a bit of a miscommunication
That
there
would
as they
not
were
have been good.
both going for it.
Would
Gary
not have
Higgins
been
is
good at all.
unhappy with that exchange there. But he can't be too unhappy with how the Bears are playing tonight.
Did you know if the defender kicks it back to the goalkeeper in the box, it's not actually a penalty kick. It's a free kick from the point where the goalkeeper picks it up.
That's in the box.
Correct.
And obviously the goalkeeper can't pick it up with his or her hands off a pass back.
Right. Unless it's a header.
No matter where the pass comes from, unless it's a header. So that's a wrinkle that I didn't even know.
Yeah. So if you're the goalkeeper and I head you and I'm on your team and I head you the ball, you can use your hands. But if I pass it to you, you cannot pick it up. And if you do, the free kick would be taken from where you pick it up.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
Evan O'Leary.
Good ball movement by the Bears.
Cooper in front of her own bench, surrounded by white jerseys. Proessel giving her fits, but it stays, I should say, with Newman, and the ball is out of bounds. Yep. Just what momentum this would be for the Bears after we've documented their struggles of the last couple games well tonight, but to have this bounce back right heading into the postseason, because the Bears at this point are still fighting. They still are very much on the cusp of an NCAA at-large bid.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, a SAC championship in the regular season is not in play, NCAA tournament spot is, and while
a SAC championship is, regular season not.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And obviously an NCAA tournament bid is probably the most important thing the Bears are playing for. A couple more subs, actually 3 more subs coming in for Carson-Newman. Bit of a line change there. This broadcast has been full of hockey references tonight. Didn't expect that one coming. Get you those sub names once we have them officially. Zuger boots this one ahead to Proessel, who gets it going in the right direction for the Bears, but Cooper runs it down. There's a pass back to Ebner. Now maybe a counter here for Carson-Newman. Perfect ball for Gavigan on the far side. Has the 2 difference-making goals and sets up a corner. Perfect ball there from Stephanie Figueredo up ahead to the long-striding Kara Gavigan, also a member of the LR track team. You'll see her running around this very track in the spring. She just has the stride of a runner, of a sprinter. Another corner for Figueredo. So we're under 14 to go. Oldiris keeps it with LR. Schuler will come up from her defender spot to grab it. As Carson-Newman packs it in inside the 18. Now you'll see the Bears start to slow down. In another corner, that ball is off of Carson-Newman. Figueredo again. Ball in. Back to McFarland. Good touch. Popped in. Goal kick coming for Carson-Newman. 17 shots on goal for the Bears. Shots. 8 of them on goal. The difference maybe for Carson-Newman, they have 11 shots, but only 2 of them have been on the net, and 1 of them went into the back of the net. Off the foot of Futrell. Back in the 6th minute. It's been nothing for Carson-Newman offensively since then. 6 corners for the Bears, only 1 for the Eagles. Park not able to keep that one in on this near sideline, and the ball goes back to the Bears under 12. First goal by Leonie Proessel. Last 2 from Kara Gavigan. Gavigan's first goals since the SAC tournament in the spring. She scored both in the overtime win over Wingate. Here's Kate Casey. She's been good tonight, too. Another long strider for the Bears. Gives it ahead to Allie Zuger, who's onside. Allie shoots it.
Ooh.
Just over the corner.
Ooh,
she deserves one tonight.
Yeah.
But Ebner knew exactly where it was. You take a look at the Spangler replay.
That was a beautiful shot to right towards the upper 90s, just a tad too high.
And a foul there on Zuger. Park is on the ground again.
As is Perussell.
The ground can't be too warm tonight.
No.
Right now, it is 46
What's the
degrees.
feels like?
A balmy 46. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. Ooh, here's a chance for Carson-Newman. Cameron comes out.
That's a great
and
tackle.
Took out Brunis. Didn't really take her out, but she had to avoid her. Carson-Newman has had chances. They had a golden chance within the first minute of this second half and just narrowly missed the left post on the shot. Maybe a counter opportunity here for the Bears. Zuger again. If anyone deserves a goal, it's her. She tried to go back towards the middle as we have a delayed whistle there as Proessel went down. But Cameron played that one perfectly coming out. Zuger again.
Oh, unlucky there for Allie.
No whistle.
This referee has done a good job, I think.
I wholeheartedly agree.
He hasn't called too many.
Called the ones he needed.
Yep. Just to kind of keep the reins tight.
Yep. But he has let there be physical play both ways.
Which there needs to be. There needs to be a good balance.
Schuler steps in front of that one. O'Leary back to Gavigan. She's got to be used to this weather. This is like October weather where she's from, Wisconsin. I think the coldest I've ever been in my life was in the state of Wisconsin. I did not pack well for my experience at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, and boy, did I pay for it.
You live and you learn, bud.
I don't know why I didn't check the forecast.
It happens to the best of us.
Didn't really check the forecast today, if I'm being honest. Lots of room for Kate Casey. Nobody challenging the ball. Allie Zuger.
Connor offside.
Offside for the third time tonight. That's what Carson-Newman does. They
have that
move
offside
that
strap.
back line up, and it's worked for them tonight. They've been able to thwart some of the Bears' offensive chances because of it, as Cameron comes out to the edge of the 18 to grab it. Don't forget, men's game coming up 30 minutes after we're done here. Senior night for the LR men against the SAC regular season champion Eagles. Hopefully, hope to have Gary Higgins on at halftime if this result holds for the Bears. This ball is in, and it's off the foot of the leading scorer there, Sydney Duncan. And too wide, but the chances have been there here in the second half for Carson-Newman, and they haven't been able to execute in that final third. Woost comes back in for the Eagles.
As does Xander.
Kate Xander, that is. the two Zander sisters on this team. This ball is in the middle again, and Schuler. Oh, is that a foul on the Bears in the box? I think this is a penalty kick coming up for Carson-Newman.
I think so too. It's dangerous. This is what they might need to, kind of bring that pep.
Looks like Addie Henry will take it. Junior from Chattanooga. Bears got their first goal on a penalty kick. First one Grayson Cameron has faced at home this year.
And the ref's going to move the guys over a little bit.
Less than 6.5 minutes to go. Golden opportunity for Carson-Newman and Addie Henry, junior midfielder from Chattanooga. Here it comes, and it's in the back of the net. What is going on there? Why did Henry chase that one down like that? It was clearly in, and Carson-Newman has cut the lead in half. It's 3-2.
I think that we can see it here on the Spangler replay. Ball goes in, Grayson goes to kick it and then to get it, and Carson-Newman going to get the ball to quickly reset it, but Grayson not allowing her to have the ball.
I mean, the clock was stopped. I'm not sure why.
Just, grab the ball, let's keep going. The clock will always stop after a goal, but I'm not quite sure.
Seemed a little petty there.
Yeah, I'm not
but
sure.
The lead is now just 1, and the clock is not running yet. The clock should be running. Now it is.
Jeez.
So the 4th goal of the year for Addie Henry, and each side now has a penalty kick. Got to think maybe the referee was looking to even that up after giving the Bears that one in the first. And he has, and both took advantage of their chance.
Now Carson-Newman's right back in this. What did Jacob tell you? 2-goal lead
is the least safe. He probably said it more eloquently than that. The least safe lead in football, as he says.
Football.
Jacob is, there's English people and then there's Jacob.
I enjoy listening to him.
Me too. I enjoy working with him. He'll be coming up next during the men's game.
You don't have to listen to my sniffling for another 2 hours.
Yippee. 5.5 to go.
Good step.
Gavigan. And a turnover there. O'Leary shoots, and it's on goal, but there's Ebner again.
I'm sure Allie Zuger is beating herself up inside.
Giving up that
didn't.
rebound.
Yeah.
Ebner's had struggles with that tonight, but I got to imagine it's probably a lot to do with the weather.
Yeah.
Cold hands, cold ball. Pecker Peralta. Solid as they come.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 5. Bears just got to hold on to this one.
And you can see Evan O'Leary, she could have played that to Kara Gavigan's feet, but she just sends it to the corner. See if they can keep possession.
Schuler jumps in front of that one. Five combined goals tonight, but only 1 after halftime.
Well
There's
done.
a big box out there, and a foul on Carson-Newman as Zuger gets the job done. Now they'll just hold it in the corner. Look at Allie Zuger boxing out and a goal kick.
It's really strong work there by Zuger to just hold the Carson-Newman defenders off.
Scarlett Kelly comes back in for Gavigan.
Entering for the Bears, number 17, Scarlett Kelly. Exiting number 29, Carrie Gavigan.
Another step through by Becker Peralta.
This is definitely the best I've seen Allie play all season.
I concur. Doesn't have a goal, but
doesn't matter.
Has everything else you could possibly have. There's another shot in. Cameron grabs it on a hop.
Not all great performances show up on the stat sheet, especially in soccer.
Yep. Long boot from Cameron.
Good read by the Carson-Newman defender, though.
It was Heiniger with that read. Kelly now into the corner. Ebner runs to get it. You can see the sense of urgency on the Eagles right now. Header by Casey.
She's also been very sound.
Yep. Can't really find a Bear that hasn't played well tonight.
Nope. Well done by Leonie Paressel.
This point in the season, freshmen aren't really freshmen anymore.
No.
Now lots of room as Carson-Newman's pushing forward on offense. O'Leary. Back to Zuger. She'll just try to hold on to this thing once again. And it is a throw-in deep in the corner for LR. Less than 2 minutes. And Zuger now will take it. Back to Figueredo. What a big win this would be for her in her last home regular season game. If this holds, it will not be her last home game. 90 seconds to go. McFarland. Swing and a miss there for Carson-Newman's Mathis. Probably one more chance, time for one more chance there for Carson-Newman.
The Bears have taken over.
Been on the ball for the last couple of minutes trying to kill this clock, which is exactly what they needed as we're under a minute. Kelly goes down. Under 40 seconds. Ebner comes out to play it. Ball is too far. Cameron comes out. Bearing down on her are the Eagles, but she gets there first. She sends it way downfield. Under 15 to go. Blocked by Proessel. Up in the air. Ebner comes out. But that is all she wrote. We will see you right back here on Saturday. Bears take a much-needed, hard-fought 3-2 win over rival Carson-Newman and secure a spot in the top 4 of the SAC, and will host a first-round SAC quarterfinal game right here at Moretz on Saturday afternoon. Boy, do the Bears need that one, Danny.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great team win. Like we said, I don't think there was a bad Bears player tonight. Everyone played hard. Everyone played together. Besides that early goal that they gave up, they came to play. And they had that chip on their shoulder from those 2 tough losses last week, and they came and bounced back. Gary Higgins should be very happy.
Bears get all 3 goals in the first half and hold on at the end for a 3-2 win, and they will play right here at home in the first round of the SAC tournament starting on Saturday. Danny will be here for that.
Sure will.
And we will be here in a half hour for the men's game. So for Danny, the rest of our crew, I'm Eric saying we'll talk to you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere because the men's game is coming up just before 7:30 here on the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing.